Hello, my name is Adam Joyce and I'll be your tutor today. I'll be teaching you how to make this fancy ear warmer. It's an ear warmer. So this is my pattern. I created it a couple of days ago after it rained and I was catching cold. The weather was cozy and I didn't want to tie my hair like the typical Hausa woman would do, so I decided to do something that would protect my ears and then make me look cheeky at the same time. And that was how I was able to come up with this ear warmer. So after I'm done making it, I decided, why not put a bow on it so it will look like a turban. So I'll be sharing with you today how to make this from A to Z. So I'll see you on the other side. So I made a couple of some and some color combination to see how it will turn out. And this is a combination of navy blue, lilac and bright pink. Please, if you love this video, I would want you to give it a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe and then click on the reminder on the bell reminder so you can always get a notification whenever I have a new tutorial. I also made another one in a combination of black and red, so you can go with different outfits, and then yellow, mustard yellow and red. So let's get to work. Okay, so to begin this project, let me introduce you to the tools you would need to achieve this project. First of all, you need your hook size, which is 4.0 mm. A tapestry needle, a pair of stitch marker, scissors, tape rule, and of course your combination of yarns. But in this case I'm using a medium weight yarn. In this case it's 3 yay extra, so any medium weight yarn can work for this project. So let's begin. So first of all, to begin this project, we started from down to up. So we had to work the brim first before working the ear band and then the bow. I already have mine ready, and this measures 23 inches long because that is my head size. So to achieve your own head size, you have to measure around your head to get your perfect size. After you do that, you chain up 7, single crochet in the second chain from the hook, and then every other stitch across. Then you chain up 1, turn your work, and then single crochet back loop only in each stitch across. You continue to do that until you get to the total length of your head. Then we join. So to join this project, we flip it over like this, and then this way we join with slip stitch back loop only. So I go this way, slip stitch, this way, slip stitch. I continue to do that until I get to the end. And then this is the last one. Slip stitch, and then it is joined. So what I would do in this case is chain 1, Now we're going to walk across the border of the brim to give us a stitch base that we can walk on like this. So what we do is each row takes one single crochet. Each row takes one single crochet, one single crochet, so you continue to do that until you get to the end. In my own case, I had a total of 60 rows, so at the end of it, after finishing my single crochet across the border, I had a total of 60 stitches. So continue to do that and I'll meet you back at this end. Okay, I just got to the end of mine, so I'm going to work my final single crochet and then I will slip stitch to the beginning single crochet. This is the beginning where we started from. Slip stitch, and we have a perfect circle. So at this point you can decide if you want to change your color or you would want to begin the first, or rather the second round with the same color. So to begin this, I would show you how I worked my first round and my second round, and then it will be a repetition from there upward. So in this case now, round 2, chain up 3. These 3 counts as 1 double crochet in each round henceforth. Then in this same stitch where we slip stitch, you work 2 more double crochet, 1, 2. Then you skip the next 2 stitches, 1, 2. Then in the third you work 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3. Like so. Then you skip the next 2, you skip 1 and 2, and then you walk into the third. So 1, 2, skip, then walk 3 double crochet into the third one. So you continue like so, skip 2, walk 3, so you continue in this manner until you get to the last stitch. So I'll meet you back when we get to the last stitch. Okay, so I just got to the last stitch. I just worked the last double crochet, and now I intend to change my color. So instead of having to slip stitch before changing my color, what I would do is I would change the color before I slip stitch. So I'm going to lose the second 2 loops of the double crochet, then I will cut off the yarn, and then I'll finish it up with my new color this way, and then I'll tie so it doesn't unravel anytime. Tie as many times as you are comfortable with, like this. Then I'll slip stitch to the third chain of the beginning chain 3, which is 1, 2, 3. So slip stitch, and you have a perfect circle. Can you see? Okay, so now let me show you how I worked round 2, because henceforth it's going to be a repetition of round 2. So I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2 and 3. Then I would walk into this space, that's the previous space before the slip stitch. Go into the space, 1 double crochet, another double crochet, Now I did this so it will always hide my slip stitch. For instance, someone comes to the store and then they pick, maybe they are crocheters, and then they pick my work and want to see how did you start this, how did you start that, and they will not be able to figure it out. So I always like to hide my work to make it unique, and so you would not be able to figure it out. So I hope you've learned something from me today. So I've done my first set of 3 double crochet, and then I will move to the next space, which is this 1, 2 and 3. Move to the next space, 1, 2 and 3. Move to the next space, 1, 2 and 3. So you keep going until you come back to this point. Then you slip stitch to the chain 3 of the beginning chain, to the 3rd chain of the beginning chain 3. Then when you do that, you're going to repeat the same process. So you go back to the space before the slip stitch and work your first set, and then you keep doing that until you have a total of 8 rounds. That's 8 rounds of the granny square stitch. So this is 1, this is 2, you have 6 more to work. By the time you work the last one, you chain up 1, and then you go round the stitches and work 1 single crochet in each stitch across. Then you slip stitch and fasten off, and your headband, or rather head warmer, would be ready. Then how I did my bow, let me show you how I did my bow. Okay, so how I did my bow, I chained up 50. This is not up to 50, but I just want to give you a sample of what I did. So I chained up 50. Let's say for instance this is my 50, and then I will just trace it straight down to make sure it doesn't twist, like so, and then I will slip stitch to the last chain to form a circle, like so, and then I have a circle, and then I am going to chain 1, but I'll make it longer than the usual. Chain 1 like this, and then I'll work double crochet in the first stitch, and each stitch across. Okay, double crochet. Then remember, you always have to mark your first stitch so you don't get confused as to where to slip stitch when you get back, since here we are not using chain 3 that you can easily find. So we worked our first double crochet, we go into the next and work another double crochet. While we're doing that, we're trying to hide in the tail end, so that when we're done we'll not have too many ends to hide. So you keep working your double crochet till you get to the end, which is your stitch marker. So you continue and I'll meet you at the end. I'm going to show you how I did round 2, because round 2 is a repetition till the end. Okay, I am just at the last stitch, so I'm going to work my last double crochet like so. Then I'm going to slip stitch to the first double crochet I did. So I'm going to remove my stitch marker now, and then I will slip stitch like so. Then I'll chain 1 and double crochet in each stitch across. So now at every round you are going to double crochet in each stitch across until you get to a total of 10 rounds. When you get to a total of 10 rounds, you fasten off and then cut a long tail that will be enough for you to tie your bow and your head warmer together. And then you just cinch in, attach it to the bow, attach it to the head warmer, and then find a space down here and then cinch it together and keep tying until you get the required shape you want, and you're done with your head warmer. So this is the season for rain, so it is expected that it will be cozy virtually all the time. So in order to avoid too much cold in our body, because the ears is one of the channels in which cold goes through our body, so every lady needs one of this to be able to protect our ears from allowing cold get into their body. So give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and I would love to see your finished work. Please tag me at Fabric Obsessie when you finish your project. I would love to see your makes, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching this. God bless you.